Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? I think we back. I think we lit now. It was crazy the first time. Anyway, let's see if we can get a couple people to jump back in here. But anyway, like I was saying, the very first time, every time I look on anybody's videos or anybody's comment section, all I see is pass after pass after pass. Why is everybody so gung-ho about saying what all of his team was doing to him? Hey, whoever's in here, you can hear me? Can y'all hear me now? The first time, I don't think the audio was working, but I think it's working now. But anyway, if y'all can hear me, let me know. Press put a 1 in the chat. Everybody's saying that his team was out to get him and they was extorting him, or some people say exploiting him. I don't know what they mean by exploiting him, but extorting him. Everybody's saying that they were out to get him. They were going to super violate him. They were looking to, they robbed him, and they put his baby mama in jeopardy, and they beat him up, smacked him with the gun, all of this and all of that. So do y'all feel like he's justified for telling on all of those people? Like, y'all feel like it's okay that he was hollering blood after every word? Yeah, blood. Nah, blood. Like, yeah, well, let's go, blood. Like, this is what I do, blood. Yeah, I'm a blood. Like, I'm blood. Just everything's blood this, blood that. Like, you a super blood at this point. And now when shit hits the fan and shit gets tough, you ready to throw in the towel and wave the white flag and give up and say it's no longer Treyway. We should have known this was coming, because a week before the indictments came in, he was separating himself from them dudes. And that's when they start talking about super violating him. But my stance is, you can't be this super blood, this super gangster, and then when shit hits the fan and shit gets tough, you ready to tap out and you ready to tell on everybody because they no longer your homies or your homeboys, or they was out to get you, or they was trying to extort you for money, or any of that, because that ain't how it works. When you're supposed to be a gangster, you're supposed to be a gangster to the end. Everybody want to be a gangster until it's time to do some gangster shit. I don't understand that. Like, it's not about your homeboys wanting to do something for you and you holding them down, or you not holding them down. It's not about them. It's about you. How gangster are you? When you a gangster, you don't cooperate with the police at all. That's just what it is. That's what you signed up for. When you signed on the dotted line and you wanted to be a gangster, and you requested to be sworn in, and you was asking them dudes that was already in the penitentiary, could you have all of them people in your video, all of them bloods in your what's the song? Got the sticky well, you wanted all them bloods in your videos, but they running up and down the blocks in Brooklyn. That's what you was signing up for, and you got all of these red rags, and we could all tell that they was brand new because they didn't have no wear and tear on them. But basically, why was you hollering all of that if you knew when shit hit the fan? Because you had to know this is coming. Every single gangster gets locked up. Every single gangster gets locked up at some point. Just so happens y'all got hit with a federal charge. I guess they was crossing state lines. So you go and you tell that Kuda that you named a song after this guy. You had him dancing in all your videos. So Kuda is the one that shot the W sign when he was popping at Chief Keef. But let's go to the TMZ article and see if we can't find out exactly what was said. I got a feeling somebody's about to interrupt me. Somebody's about to walk in here. 6ix9ine TMZ. Tekashi 6ix9ine pleads guilty to 9-count snitches on fellow gang members. All right, check this out. I wish I could show y'all. It says, pleads guilty to 9-count snitches, RE, drugs, guns, and robberies. Now we have the transcript of Tekashi's plea hearing from last week, and he opens up about how he got involved in the criminal activity and does a lot of snitching. In court, he says he joined the 9 Trey Bloods in the fall of 2017, and in March 20, 2018, he admits helping members of the gang attempt to kill a rival to increase my own standing in 9 Trey, which is Treyway. Then on April the 3rd, he says, and other members robbed a rival at gunpoint. Y'all remember seeing Shotty on tape performing a robbery of somebody that was supposedly a rival, which I think this is the guys that he was with, the Scum Gang, the other Scum Gang guys. Remember they had the backpack and he had stole the backpack and they found it in his crib with an AR. I think it was an AR-15. He got into the Chief Keef shooting, saying in court. And another thing is, if these people, whoever he's told on, Kuda and all of these guys, if they go to court, if they really press and they don't cop out to a plea bargain, he's gonna have to take the stand and say this on the stand in federal court. I don't see how it's not done. Like, I don't see how people ain't already done with Tekashi. It ain't even because I ain't trying to hate on him. I don't have anything against him. I don't know that kid. But for somebody to be so gung-ho about the whole gangster shit, and then things hit the fan, and then you're ready to tell on everybody, it just don't sit right with me, because he was doing so much fucking trolling that it just raises something up in somebody that's, I just fucking got at least a little bit of realness in me. That ain't right to me. Look, he got into the Chief Keef shooting, saying in court, I paid a person to shoot at a rival member of 9 Trey to scare him. And my son's in the other room, dog. On my son, I said to myself, if he put the hit out on Chief Keef, I don't even think he wanted him shot. I think he would rather really just scare him, because he was doing all of this talking about to Chief Keef. And yeah, I got a Sosa. I'm a fan of Sosa. When his baby mama was right there and they was in the Gucci store. Yeah, you a fan of Chief Keef? Asking the clerks and shit that. I knew he wanted to scare him. I knew he wasn't on no real killer shit, dog. But listen, man, that's a good thing. But anyway, the shooting took place in Manhattan. I did this to maintain or increase my own standing in 9 Trey. He admits knowing a fellow gang member was the trigger man. Tekashi also admitted to selling a kilo of heroin in 2017. A kilo of fucking heroin is expensive as shit. If you know anything about drugs, that is a lot of fucking heroin, dog. Excuse my language, y'all. A kilo? And offered an apology for all his crimes, saying, I apologize to the court, to anyone who was hurt, to my family, friends, and fans for what I have done and who I have let down. Based on what we know now, Tekashi has struck a plea deal, which will increase the likelihood of a significantly reduced sentence in return for ongoing cooperation. Although the minimum sentence is 47 years, the way it typically works is the prosecution will ask for significantly less, which is his incentive to keep singing like a canary. Now even TMZ's getting gangster. They silly. The problem Tekashi faces by agreeing to cooperate for the next year, while the prosecution dangles the carrot of a light sentence. He's increasing the possibility someone will try to silence him. By the way, he did indeed plead guilty to all 9 counts. There was a discrepancy in the documents. Wow. Tekashi 6ix9ine appears to be striking a deal with the feds. He's pleading guilty to 9 counts, TMZ has learned. Tekashi entered the plea on January 23rd, pleading guilty to the federal indictment. He copped to multiple counts of racketeering, conspiracy, firearm offenses, and narcotics trafficking. The rapper was initially indicted back in November and had been facing the possibility of life in prison. It's unclear what sentence he'll face now after entering the guilty pleas. According to federal documents just unsealed this week and obtained by TMZ, 6ix9ine was involved in dealing heroin, fentanyl, ecstasy, amphetamines, and marijuana. The feds say the conspiracy consisted of multiple acts of murder, robbery, and extortion. I don't know anybody that was actually murdered in this silly shit, but anywho. In documents, the feds refer to video TMZ first posted of Tekashi boldly offering on camera a $30,000 bounty. Y'all remember that? For someone to shoot Chief Keef's cousin. That's Tato. According to the feds, he aided and abetted the shooting at rivals of 9 Trey Blood Gang at a hotel in Times Square. As you know, someone opened fire on Keef and his cousin back in June in Times Square, just days after Tekashi's offer. The unsealing of Tekashi's plea came just one day after 3 of his associates were also indicted. We broke the story. Law enforcement sources tell us Tekashi dropped a dime on the alleged triggerman in the Keith shooting. 6ix9ine's sentencing is scheduled for January the 24th, 2020, which obviously is about a year away. So he's got a long way to go. Tekashi ain't coming home no time soon. And I think he's in for the fight of his life. Like, you already singing, you got big money. They won't let you out on bail, and you've offered the courts like a $1.7 million. With all of that, and still having no bond, they really looking to stick it to these dudes. So don't expect for Homeboy to come home anytime soon. If I had to guess, with these recent transgressions and revelations, he's going to get a significantly reduced sentence. I say somewhere between 5 and 10 years, if I had to guess, federal time. So you got to do 85%, but it's nothing compared to what them other dudes is going to get. Them dudes is going to be facing life sentences. If he was, when they say nine different accounts, every single count holds a certain amount of years, obviously. 47, that's a lot of years. But they could give you up to 25 years and put an L behind it, and you could do 47 or more years. Like if you watch the Dresta and BG Knockout video that when Vlad interviewed them, and they speaking of somebody they knowing getting a 7 to life year sentence and still doing time after over 20 years, that's real. When you put an L behind it, especially on the federal level, you can do life after any type of sentence. So he's trying to avoid that L. If he can avoid that L, he knows that he got a date and he can come home one day. I think at this point, it ain't even about the chick that he's always trying to. I mean, if she sticks around, cool, that's good. And he's gonna keep on paying her and trying to give her more gifts and shit. Just, I'm sure Valentine's Day, he's gonna see another big gift coming down the pipe. But it ain't even about that no more. It ain't even about his career no more. At this point, he just want to come home and be able to be a part of his family and his. And he got a child and his mama and his normal life. Like at this point, all that other stuff is out the window. If he can come home and do that, then that's gravy on top of it. But other than that, you need to be worried about coming home. And it's a hell of a way he did it, because you got all access to all the best lawyers when you playing with millions of dollars. So that tells you they got some real damning evidence for him to be singing like this with all of that money. Anyway, I'm DJ Dusky. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, holla at your boy. I'm out this thing, y'all. Peace.